Hi everyone, my name is Tatiana Gidirimski and I'm a family law attorney with over 22 years of experience. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the do's and don'ts of preparing for divorce. So this is what my clients often ask me. What can they do to prepare for the divorce if they have some advance warning that the divorce is coming? Either they're planning to file or they think it might be inevitable coming from the other side. So I would say that one of the first things you can do is to change all of your personal passwords. This would include changing passwords not only in your bank accounts and retirement accounts online, but also for your email and social media accounts. This is because you don't want your spouse to get into your accounts and take pictures, move money around, or sell stock, or even change passwords on your own accounts so that you're locked out. This can cause problems for you in the future. So another thing I would do if you know that the divorce is coming is to try to collect as many financial documents as possible to which you have access. And one of the things that have happened in my practice before is that a client who knew that the divorce was coming was nevertheless blindsided when their spouse suddenly moved out and took with them all of the important financial documents. So to prevent this from happening, I would recommend making copies of such things as 5 years of tax returns, both business and personal, 6 months of pay stubs for both you and your spouse if you have access to their pay stubs, bank statements, mortgage statements, credit card statements, title documents for your real estate, insurance policies, some of the basic utility bills so that you know the baseline, and all other important financial documents that you can think of. It might be wills, powers of attorney, things like that. So you would want to give copies of these documents to your attorney. Now I want to talk about the do nots. So first of all, do not run up your bills. Do not go on crazy spending sprees, and do not try to divert money from the joint accounts. You can get in serious trouble for doing that. If you're concerned that your spouse will loot the joint accounts, or you need funds to pay for attorney's fees or to move out of the family residence, I ask you to first meet with your attorney and discuss these issues beforehand. So don't do anything drastic. Do not launch a social media smear campaign against your spouse. And do not discuss your divorce on social media. This later can be used against you. Remember that anything you say in social media can be saved, printed out, and then you don't want to face with some of these statements later on. Do not pay off marital debt before filing for divorce. This can have unintended negative consequences down the road, depending on your individual circumstances. And if you and your spouse decide that you agree to pay off joint debt, talk to your family law attorney first. Do not sign anything without discussing with your attorney. If you and your spouse are discussing possible settlement informally and they're asking you to sign something, do not do it. Even if they simply want you to initial a printout of an email exchange or handwritten note. This is because depending on the circumstances, this may be construed as a binding agreement and you will be stuck with it. It is definitely okay to have discussions with your spouse, as you may be able to agree on things and save yourselves a lot of money in the process. However, do not sign anything without discussing with your attorney first. Finally, if you are making regular contributions to your retirement accounts, don't change or stop these contributions just because the divorce is being anticipated, because this can negatively affect calculations of child support. So there you have it. These are the main do's and don'ts of preparing for divorce.